Okay, here's everything that I needed to make this project, and prayerfully it's going to work out the way that I'd like. If anybody has seen the video where I did the little small purse, I did it with the little, what do you call those things? Cogs and whatever, the little round things. Okay, my memory's starting to fail me again right now, but please, you can find that video, and if I have enough time before I end this video, I can go back and tell you which one it is. So right here I have a little small mold where I've already poured my resin. I used the 1 hour resin from Promise. This little piece here is if you want to do the little shaker mold, which I don't really care for those things, but if it was for a child, I would. This is chocolate mica from Small Tongues that I used. Here's the frame for the purse. I have chains. This one came with the purse. And I found a a necklace and some old jewelry that I used to sell. And I think I might try it for the purse handle. So we're going to see how this all comes about. First, I will tell you what's on this side. These are the pieces of the thick plastic that they have in the kit. But what I did, I had some left over, and it has the little stripes in it. It can be horizontal or vertical. Haven't decided which way I want to run with that. I have 2 pieces, excuse my arm in the way, of vinyl with the animal prints. I couldn't tell you which was which, a leopard or tiger, whatever, I don't know. And I also have a little piece of thin paper that I'm going to use for temples. And each step that I go, I'll explain it all to you. You might want to try and do it for yourself, and that's the way it's going to work. So I'll demold my pieces first, and I've already examined them, and I do believe I had 4 ounces, 2 for each one. I'm not quite sure. I forgot to write it down, but it's a very shallow mold, and you'll see that as soon as I get the parts out. I'll turn it over flat and see if I can work it out that way. Yeah, here it comes. The thing with these is that with them being so shallow, it's hard to really get a good grip. Trying to push it out as I go from each side. Because I honestly can't roll these down. They are very thick molds. Now, I've had these molds for about a year or more. I bought each mold for each purse design that they have. They have the clutch purse. They have the circle purse. And they have a heart-shaped purse, which is so cute. And a little kitty cat. I made one of those for my granddaughter, great-granddaughter, and she loved it, and it turned out so cute. Now, I've been thinking about making a purse like this for quite a while. You can see, once we get it out, how shallow this mold is. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. So easy to pour. Now, what I'd like to do, I'm going to go around and check, see. Yes, I do need to do just a tidbit of trimming. And I had my trimmer all set up. And now I don't know what I did with it. Oh, my goodness. Okay, we're not going to let anything stop us from doing what we need to do. It probably rolled down on the floor somewhere. I'll find it. But what I can do is just use my scissors here and just cut that little thin piece off of overage that I had. I think I'm still going to need to get my the burr and get that off. But I can get the biggest parts off. I don't want to cause any damage to it, so I'll wait. I'll be right back. I really need that tool to go on and finish this and make it a beautiful purse. I'll be right back. Okay, I found it. I'm going to trim all of this and make sure it's nice and smooth. Get all around the corners, edges. Now, some of this you won't have to be with me and go off camera and finish it. But I wanted you to see the majority of the work that I've done since I didn't mold it at this time. I thought it was a simple enough mold that you really didn't have to see it. I'd like to thank all of my subscribers, all of you guys that have been with me from the beginning. Thank you. Thank you so very much. All of my new subscribers that I got over the last year. Wow, it's made a difference to me because anyone, any number that will watch my videos and support me with comments and thumbs up, likes, you know, that's a true blessing for me. I don't take that lightly. It's not that I'm trying to really do a whole lot, but I started this off like so many others that I needed something to do, something to fill a void in my life. And while I was sick and recuperating, and my granddaughter, this is just my backstory, was making keychains and selling them. And I just wanted to learn. And for whatever reason, she wouldn't just stick with me to teach me the hard things, that you had to be patient and all of that stuff, and that everything wasn't going to turn out perfect. So now I've learned all of that, but then I still had moments where I doubted myself because when I didn't get viewers or subscribers, I felt like I wasn't doing anything that people were interested in. And that kind of made me feel down and out too. But I had to make up my mind. Did I want to continue to do this for the fun of it, the relaxation of it? Or was I truly looking to sell things? And if somebody wants something, yes, I'll make it for them. But that was not the goal. I do want to be able to one day do a live. I've done all that checking out on the YouTube channel, and they're telling me, from what I read, you need at least 1,000 subscribers. Oh my goodness, I guess I'll never get to do it. I don't know. I'm not going to say never, but I hope I'm still around and can do it. Okay, I think I've done pretty good on the trimming, making sure there's no wild pieces out. I need to do right up on this top here and make sure that that's nice and flush, because this is the one I'll probably use for the back side of the purse, even though I have a little, I don't know what that is. Oh, maybe that's where it poured and then that's the way, the shape it took. But that's how I'm going to do it. And here's how it would look once it's inserted. You know what? I'm crazy. I can't even remember how this thing went. Okay, yes, here it is. Nope, that's not it, Pat. How can you make something and don't know what you're doing? This is ridiculous. But I'll get it in there some kind of way. I'll remember. I promise. And like I said, it's been a while. There, that was the right way. So when you open up your purse, the flat side, which I do believe is going to be inside, is where you put your pieces. Now, when I first saw this being done, I was watching a young lady named Nakia, and I watched her channel. She made the purses all the time, and oh my gosh, I fell in love with her work. So what I'm also going to do is something that's not a part of the original scheme, but since this is just molded resin, I'm going to make a template, because what I'd like to do is use my leather vinyl here, leather look, and cut it out and put it inside. So when you open it, you'll have this to see, and plus it would cushion the things that would be inside of your purse. It's going to work out. I pray, I pray, I pray. I hope I'm not sounding crazy to you guys, but this is my goal, and I want to see it to completion. Now, I know this looks crazy, but I'm just basically trying to trim this template to fit my vinyl. And even though it's buckling right now, it will come together, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I'll need to cut 2 pieces. I'll need to have the sides, and that's the whole thing. This wasn't trimmed right. I'm going to do this off camera, come back, and then show you what I've done. Give me, please, a moment. Okay, I'm back. Now, after tracing my template, I realized that my template is going to probably be larger than my my pieces, my vinyl pieces, to be able to make 2. So I pulled out the rest of the vinyl to see if I had something that would match. Maybe I've got 2 of each color. I've got the snake pattern. Oh, wait, no, they're still different shades. Okay. I don't know why I need so many of the snake. Maybe something like this. But one's silver and one's gold. And this is a darker gold. I have red. And I've got this red, brown, green, brown, and black. I don't know. Let's see here. Because if I don't get it just perfect, I need to be able to sit it in there to keep all the paperwork or keys and things. I mean, you know, your keys, your lipstick, whatever. And I said paperwork. What are we going to be doing with paperwork? Let's see. I'm going to put a line right here. Move this up here. That should work out. I think just the one part. And if it don't, it doesn't have to be perfect for this run. At least I'll know that I do have full sheets. I can find one that would be better and do it. But we're going to go with this for right now. So I'll put all this back. Which one did I choose? Oh, okay. Doesn't really matter. Because what's going to happen is that this side is going to be inside. So I had my ruler. And it just seems like everything I've done, here it is. I can't keep track, but I'm trying. I don't want this 2-year anniversary to be a bust. I want it to work out just right. And then I'm thinking, what if I just put it in and just fit it in, glue it down. We'll see what works for me. I think I'll go outside of this area. Trim it. I'm just thinking and making a mess as I go. You people, you artists that know right away I'm making a mistake or whatever, you trust me and hope you'll give me some input to do it right by your instructions. But this is just something off the top of my head that I wanted to try and see if I could do it this way. I don't like when you make it, you put things in it and it just all over the place and the noise is really distracting. You don't want to scar the inside of the purse up. So what you want to do is cushion it, plain and simple. Okay, that's the best I can get that. I'm not gonna babysit it. Pretty much should work. Okay. So I will draw it out on my vinyl. Then I'll cut it out. You don't have to be here with me as I do all of this. I just wanted to show you how I am attempting to do it. And I'll be back with you when I've got them cut out and glued in. Or I'll let you see when I glue it in. Okay. All right, I've got it cut out. And let's move this trash out the way. I'm trying to keep it neat, keep it going. Now with this one, I just inserted it in. Even though it's backwards, it fits comfortably because I clip the ends in diagonal direction on each one of the corners. Now one may fit a little bit better than the other one, but it's because it was more cloth. I'm gonna just lay it down on top and work it in. And if you can see what I'm doing. Now, with the little slits, I'm gonna just turn it around. Turn this one around where it fits up into the corner. This is my dry run. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. And I'll get that better. Now this side is not as bad. So I'll just fit that in like that. That will lay like that. And fingernails. Okay. And this piece will fit in like that. Okay. Now that's the idea, but I'm going to flip it over now and put it in the way I want it to show when you open your purse. There it goes. I may have to trim it a little bit. No, I shouldn't have to because it wasn't positioned the way it should be. Yeah, there we go. Work that to fit. Now, I'm going to use Mod Podge to glue this in. And I'm going to use Mod Podge because it has the felt on the back of it. And hopefully it'll stick in there. What do you think? That should be cute once you open the purse up. Now I'll have to get that glued in. And I will show you that portion. But I'll just get the other one situated and I will have the glue and we'll start gluing this in. Okay, I'm back and I have everything, I think, the way I need to have it. Because when I went and I made my templates, I decided to make just flat inserts. And it wasn't because I just wanted to do that. It's because the length of my little vinyl sheet wasn't thick enough or long enough to be able to take it up to the top and go around the entire edge. So I got a different color, same design, and I'm going to put this in the inside. And of course you'll have to measure and cut your pieces to size and glue that in on top. And that way it will fit when you place your purse insert inside. Now, if it has to be trimmed a little, that's okay, because the main thing we want to do is keep all of this, let me see here, together. Tell you what, it probably would be better for me to glue it in and let you see it and come back. But you want to be able to have all of that inside of this purse frame. And that's going to be glued. And when you close your purse, you won't see that. It'll be perfect, I think. At least it'll be good enough to keep your things from scratching up the inside of your purse and looking all, you know. I'm going to tell you the truth. This has been a little tiring for me because I can't really see as well as I should right now. And I just had these glasses made. And I'm not really happy with it. And with the fact that I need to go back to the doctor. But I'm not going to go off on a tangent. I have my magnifying glasses, but unfortunately I don't see very well with those without my glasses. They're supposed to be made now. Will be made where I can cover my glasses, and it's just wobbly. It doesn't fit right. So I found my Aleene's tacky glue, and I'm going to try this in one side and try the Mod Podge in the other side. What I want to do is just put some down all the way around. And I'm going to start with on one of them, I'm going to start with the top, the longest piece of the vinyl. I want to go in and spread, come up the sides, do as much as I can. I know I'm going to have to add more, but that's how I want to start this off. So I'll be right back after I've gotten all this done, and you'll see me put it together. Okay, I'm back. I have a situation here. I did not consider the fact that my purse frame has to go over the parts that I made. And I mean, they were beautiful. They fit in perfectly as far as in the inside. I even trimmed the little parts out so neatly, but I didn't leave enough space for these to clip over. And I had to push it down. So what I'm going to do is come back in, unglue all of this, cut it down, leave enough space where when the frame comes over it, it'll fit perfectly, and we will be able to put in our pieces of vinyl on the side, so when you open the purse, it'll give you enough room and keep you from losing anything out of the purse. So I just wanted to come back and let you know what I did wrong. I mean, the plan came together fine, but it was just an oversight to consider. This had to be just a little bit lower for it to work out nicely. Okay, so I'm going to do all of this, and I'm going to clean out that glue, just the strips around the side. It has nothing to do with the inlay there. I'm going to have to change my template for the measurements around the corners there and the inside. But that's nothing. Just a little bit of nothing to do. Now, in the inside, before I added this, and before I put the inlay in, it came to like 2 centimeters down, and I just went with that. So what I'm going to do is try to take maybe less than 1 centimeter, or leave it at maybe 1.5 centimeters and see how that works. But regardless, I'm going to attempt that. And if that doesn't work, I will go in and measure again. I anticipate using the same piece and just cutting it off where I think it needs to be, test it, and move on. Okay, now I'm not going to do this on camera because I don't know how long it's going to take me, but I do know I will show you everything that I'm doing so that you'll have an idea if you decide to do something similar or use something thinner. I just thought this would be a good idea because I've had this for so long. I think maybe since the time I watched Miss Wanda, and that's probably been 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 now, when she made earrings, and she had the little vinyl leather, like false leather. I'm sure it'll come to me. And I purchased it. I even purchased everything to make earrings, and I never did it. So maybe this is going to teach me a lesson to use what I got before I buy anything else, because, it's not that money's getting tight, but it's getting a little where I might feel a pinch here and there. So I'll do that, come back and show you how much more I had to trim it down, and then glue it back in, and we'll get our little vinyl pieces in. See you then. I've got everything together now. I've put my little faux leather strips in the inside. I've left some room. It may be cut a little too short, but at least I have an idea of what I want to do, how I want to do it, and I'll draw up a new template for the sides. Now we're going to take this out the way, and I'm going to start to show you what to do with getting our frame together. The red marks around the edge is where I measured out for this purse frame 3 1/4 and 4 on the length. Excuse me, 3 1/4 on the width and 4 inches on the length. So now I'm going to show you how I learned how to do this. And what I'm going to do is try to get this right. Okay. If I can get it straightened out for you. Just going to show you the basics, and then I'll cut it. And I'm going to attempt to get it in right off camera. Then I'll come back once, and after I've made sure that's the right procedure, what I'm doing, and I didn't do it precise. That's what gets me, because I can't see that thin film so well. You're going to measure. Don't make the mistakes that I make. So this is something you need to see. And get it down to that bottom peak at that very tip. Do the other side. Now maybe you can see it a little bit better if I bring it up and a little over. You want to get that peak. That bottom peak, okay? So with that, you cut it from tip to top. I think I've got glue on all of my scissors here, even the little ones. But we're going to get this cut. Keep the faith, baby. And this one is not quite at that point. I don't like that. Directly on the point. Okay. And it's still a little off. I don't know. It could be because I may have cut it crooked somewhere. See, this is what gets you. One little thing throws you totally off. And then with this, I need something probably. Oops. I had my old template here. Bear with me, please. Maybe if I put it on something like that, and now I can see exactly where to line it up. So don't do as I've done. Do it the correct way. Tip. Now, there it is. It may be crazy to you now because we've had to do it so many times, but at least you get an idea of where it is exactly supposed to go and how to measure it out. You do your own measurements with your frames, how wide you want it. I just went by the measurements of this little small frame. Okay, with that apart. Now, I'm going to put the glue on both sides, and I'll show you. I mean the double-sided tape here. And this works really well. I used it with all my other purses, but it's just been so long since I've done one that I honestly had to go back and retrace. And I still don't know if I'm getting it right. We'll see in the end, won't we? Okay. Let me take you down a little bit here. I'm awfully close. And that could be a hindrance more than anything else. Yeah, okay. And we'll bring it. Yeah. cut that down. Now, this is how it works. The frame is open. You want to glue it into the insides. You have two pieces. And how you do this. I got to get that little protective piece off of the other side of this tape here. I hope you can see everything okay. Wow. See, I trimmed all my nails off, and now I can't maneuver. It wasn't that I trimmed them all off. I kept scratching myself at night when I slept. And I don't know if any of you do that, but I don't know why. It's just like, you know, I used to pull my hair out for some reason. I wake up and hair would be all on the pillow and like, what went on here? And it's a good thing I keep it cut short. Oh, this is so, there you go. Okay, now, gonna line it up. What I'm gonna do, make sure you can see. Maybe I should start on this side. You might be able to see it better. Is place this in with the tape down inside of your purse frame. Pull it down some. It's a little too high. There it is. Okay. Now, I'm going to use my ruler on this part because it helps me to make sure I've got it in good and tight and pressed in there. This is how I do that. Okay, so now I'm going to close my frame. Go behind, bend it, fold it in half. Here, over on this side. Gonna open it up. Okay, just trying to make sure I got it right here. Bring it down. Same thing with the strip. Put it in. Make sure I've got it down long enough where it covers. Take my ruler. Make sure I've got it down in there snug. Now, this helps because you're going to be gluing your frame onto that. Now, see how that opens, closes, and opens. There you go. And see, then with that, you're going to put glue down the side. Put your frame in. The lid, top part, bottom, whichever side this is, into the frame. And it fits perfectly. See? I may have to cut that to just 3 inches instead of 3 1/4, but I wanted it to go all the way down so nothing would spill out. So I'll finish it up, come back, We'll glue it down, and then we'll have a completed purse. I'll put the chain on, and maybe if I decide that I truly want to decorate it, find something to decorate it with. But this has been a long enough drug out video, and I don't want you to get too overwhelmed with this. So what we'll do is figure it out all as we go. I'll be back when I've got it all together. I've got both sides with these vinyl pieces in there. Now it's time to glue it down. Be very careful when you're gluing it that you don't have it stuck together. Now I'm just going to run a bead of glue down the sides, being careful because you don't want to glue the pieces where they won't open. I'm using Gorilla Glue. Now, you take your lid, you place it inside your frame, and you make sure it's fitting in there tightly. Now, it needs time for the glue to dry. So what I'm going to do is carefully take a piece of tape and tape it down to the sides. When you know it, I get a roll of tape that broke off crazy. Just bear with me a second while I get this. If I get this. It's always something to throw a monkey wrench in the videos. Well, we're just going to let it sit and dry for right now. Before it complete, I'm going to hold it for a few seconds here and let it settle in. And then I'll be back. We'll put the chain on and we'll have a purse. I think you'll be proud of your purse because you made it, you created it, you designed it. Now, I did find the molds on Amazon, and they're a little pricey because for one side of the mold, you'll get, if it has a part for the, what do you call that? I can't get it together. But anyway, you can do with the little charms in the inside and all. It'll come back to me. It's coming back. But even with that, that's what you get, the actual frame. And I think I did show that to you at the beginning, the little piece that you would mold to put over